she doesn't not remember. It's not her. She's a
Yeah,
totally different woman. Like,
totally
so why does
different.
everybody right? Totally different person. Why do people keep saying she doesn't remember? Like, it's not of her. It's not a matter of her remembering.
Yeah,
It,
she's
she didn't.
different.
Yeah, it's a totally different person. She didn't live that life, and
Yeah,
that's what annoyed me so much about Quill. Like, kept saying stuff like, "Oh, we used to do this. We were in love." And like, no, you didn't. She doesn't know you.
yeah,
That's what annoyed me so much. Like, I don't mind you trying to get her to fall in love with you, but this is a totally different woman. Like,
exactly.
don't try to get her to fall in love with you by throwing stuff at her face that another woman did. Like, you want to get her to
Yeah.
fall in love with you, that's cool, but just talk about maybe what y'all did and
Hmm.
how you admire her and this, that, and the third. But don't keep saying like we did this and we used to do this and we used to like no, you didn't. This is not her, and it's not
Yeah.
about her again remembering because
She's
it's
never
what.
gonna remember.
Hey, sorry, group. Still got too excited there. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to another edition of the Nerds Light Podcast. We host today J Rowe.
And from Casso.
Welcome, welcome. We got Crump Castle back in the building today. What's going on, brother?
Go on, sir. I missed it. I was MIA.
Nah, it's all good, man. Happy to have you back.
Good, good. And I actually brought another co-host with me today.
Ooh.
He don't talk much, but I thought he might like to join.
I am Groot.
It's good to be back. I was missing the action last time, but I'm back.
It's all good, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, since he spoiled it for you, today's episode is basically going to be a review of the new, most recent Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Vol.3.
I'm 3.
Before we get started, don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel for any past, current, and future content. All right, brother. I got a lineup of questions.
Oh man, I didn't got nothing, so I'm
It's all good.
I'm
I got you
ready.
covered, man. I got you covered. I got the lineup of questions. You let me know when you're ready. We're gonna get started.
Let's go, rattle them off.
All right. Number one, how was the movie?
Man, it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. I actually enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. Honestly, I kind of walked in thinking like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy, but the last one, I didn't really care for the second one too much.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know how it's gonna be, but I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can go into detail a little bit later, but yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, what about you?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved
yeah,
it.
it was good.
Yeah, I think we're in the same opinion in regards to the second movie. It wasn't
Yeah,
the strongest movie, but it wasn't a bad movie. The first
right.
movie was really good.
Yeah,
So, but I thought this one was the best out of the three, by
yeah,
far, hands down.
yeah. I think so
No
too.
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, which is kind of tough to say because the first one was pretty good, but yeah, I actually think I might enjoy this one the most, which is kind of weird to say. Now you got me thinking. I need to go look at the first one again just to refresh my memory, but I think you might be right. This might have been the best. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
I'm
is
right.
rare.
Trust me, I'm right about it. It's the best. It's the best. I'm not even surprised. Second question: what stood out to you?
uh, Man, there were several standouts. One thing which is funny because I'm usually anti this,
Mm.
so the fact that it stood out to me is kind of surprising. But the comedy, like the humor, I feel like Marvel tends to like overdo it, especially lately. It's gotten really like overdone. Try to
Hmm.
force too much comedy in there, and it's annoying, and it really annoys me a lot. But this one did it very well. Like it was very well
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
where it was a lot of comedy but it wasn't like overdone to me. It fit perfectly where it should have been placed at. Yeah, it was very well done. That's something that definitely stood out to me. Something else that kind of stood out to me too was that I noticed, and I think I kind of mentioned to you when we watched it, but um, just the storytelling in terms of like emotion. They were really trying hard to get some tears out of us. Like,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
dang, this is a really emotionally dramatic driven movie.
Yeah, man.
And I think maybe why the comedy worked so well just because it's balanced out. But yeah, I think those are two things that stuck out to me the most. Yeah, yeah.
For
So
me, what stood
yeah,
out to me was I feel like every character had a moment to shine.
yeah,
Every Guardian had a moment to shine.
that's true.
No one felt wasted. No one felt like they didn't really get a chance to have an impact in the movie. I feel like everyone had an impact.
That's a good point. That's very true. Yeah, it's very true. Huh. Yeah, you're right. That could be another thing that made the movie so good. Like
Hmm.
everybody had their moment.
And with an ensemble cast with a group of like, it's not like a Spider-Man or um Iron Man, Captain America, etc. Like single focus movies. Like
Yeah,
this is like a big group of characters similar to like X-Men
right.
or even the Avengers. Let's just say Avengers. And
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I like the Guardians movies more than the X-Men. I mean, more than X-Men and Avengers movies. Um, but anyway, like to it's hard to juggle everybody to make them feel just as important as the next character.
Yeah.
But James Gunn did a really good job of doing like showing
He
that.
did. He
He did
did.
an extraordinary job.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. I really got me thinking about it now. It was a really balanced, well balanced movie. Like everybody had their part. It
Yeah,
was
another
good.
thing that stood out to me too was Dale Groot actually speaking.
But yeah,
He actually
yeah,
spoke instead of saying "I am Groot." He said words.
yeah. I'm kind of mad they did it. I'm kind of mad they didn't make that more of a like heavy hitting like moment. Like they could have really made it like dramatic or
Yeah.
whatever. But he just kind of said it. I wish he had like pause, like
Hmm.
since especially since he always says "I am Groot," and instead he actually said words. I wish he had said "I" and then finish the sentence. Like so we think about to say "I am Groot," but
Hmm.
he just kind of just came out and said like he just came out and said it like he's been speaking English this whole time. Like, it was very like I feel like they kind of threw it in there, and I wish they had made more of a build up kind of moment. It would have been, but it was still cool to see. Yeah.
What was a highlight for you in the movie?
Um. Well, I would say two things. One, and this is me being kind of biased, but ironically, Groot. I just love Groot, man. I don't care if it's baby Groot, kid Groot,
Hmm.
teenage Groot, just grown up Groot. I just like his character is always so. He's just a very good character, and it's, as basic as he is, I think that's what makes him good. Like he's very like I don't say one dimensional, but he's not dumb by any means. But he's very like innocent, but he
Hmm.
fights. Like he's there like when he's needed. Like
Hmm.
I like Groot a lot. And at first I didn't actually care for the amount of emphasis they put on a Rocket. Like I actually was kind of like, where are they going with this? Like this, it almost felt like supposed to be more of a TV show than a movie to me. Like at first, like it felt like a side mission. Like why are we talking about Rocket right now? Not that I don't care about him, but it almost felt like, oh, this is a Rocket origin story. Like maybe it should have been called Guardians of the Galaxy Rocket Raccoon instead of Volume 3. And that's how I felt about it at first. But about halfway through the movie, it kind of started turning for me, and I was like, okay, I'm liking this now. But in the beginning, I didn't really care for it at first because I was like, why are we getting a Rocket origin story? Like this is supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy, not Rocket. It seemed like more of like a side mission, like I don't say a filler episode, but it felt like it didn't feel like how some of the other Avengers movies felt or Guardians of the Galaxy. It felt like it was like its own side thing, and I didn't care for that at first. But like I said, the longer the movie went on, I said like halfway through, I was like, okay, I'm really liking this now. So that was another highlight for me. I actually liked that we got to see another side of Rocket and kind of his origins and everything. Like I really didn't like care for that at first. I don't know, it just kind of seemed like it was kind of thrown in our face. Like from the beginning, in the very beginning of the movie, it's like boom, this guy is here to like kill Rocket or capture Rocket, and I'm like, what's happening right now? This has nothing to do with any of the Avenger movies or like there was no connection. It just seemed kind of random to me. But as the movie went on, though, I actually really liked it. I just love that we got to see another side of Rocket that we hadn't seen before, and then definitely made him a little bit more human. Not that he wasn't already, but
Hmm.
he always kind of had this like snarky, I'm kind of out for me, I'm selfish, which he still is. But we got to see a little bit more of his softer side, more humane side. So I thought that was really dope. I like that. Yeah.
Well, that was my highlight, like straight up Rocket, like straight
Really?
up Rocket. No ifs, ands,
Yeah.
buts about it. Like to see the evolution of the character from when he was formed all the way
Yeah.
up to how he joined the Guardians and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
let's just kind of just stay to the part where he was formed up to when he left
Yeah.
High Evolutionaries area. When I tell you, like when you said earlier about how they were trying to make it emotional and all that stuff, that whole area was emotional to me. When they kept flashing back to that, it
Yeah.
was
It's
very
tough.
emotional because like you can just see the innocence of him,
Right.
the innocence of his other friends,
Yeah.
Floor, Teeth,
Lure.
and what's Lila.
Lila. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it was sad because like little by little you can see the innocence start chipping away
Yeah.
from him. And
Yeah.
because he figured out something that the high evolutionary couldn't figure out, it made the high evolutionary feel like he was nothing, and then it made Rocket. He made try to make Rocket feel like he was nothing
Right.
because of that.
Yeah.
And then for me, what was sad was like you got like dude's he's basically a kid, so
Right.
like, to a point where it's like you're tearing him down and like making him feel like he's nothing. It was sad. I was sitting there
It
like
was.
I was like, yo, like man, I'm waiting for the trigger. I'm waiting for the trigger, and then he was like, I'm ready to see it. I want to see the blue skies and stuff like that. And like, I
Yeah.
love how he came up with his name, Rocket.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that he was like so innocent and wanted to like take his friend, be on a journey with his friends and have adventures with his friends. And
Yeah.
then the high evolutionary is like, oh, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna dissect you and figure out what made you figure out how you figured that out and stuff. And they're like, wow.
Yeah. It was tough. It was
Yeah.
tough.
And then for him to figure out also like that he knew Rocket was gonna try to escape and he killed Lila.
Yeah,
And
man,
then
that
he
was
and then he killed the
it
other ones
hurt.
too. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
just like you just his innocence was just gone. And I don't know if
Yeah.
you've noticed, a friend of mine's pointed out to me. He told me like look at the part when he gets into the ship and flies away.
Mm.
You see his face just change, like his expression change, like from
Yeah.
fearful, the hopeful, fearful guy that he was to like just the brash and angry and how he
Yeah.
looks like in the current movies and stuff.
Right.
That's how like he became who he was.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy, man. I was like, man, I was just so sad. I
I know,
didn't
man.
cry, but I was sad. I was like, damn.
That's how I felt too, yo. And then it doesn't help that I'm an animal lover. So just seeing that like hurt my feelings even more. I was like, man, come on, man. Like they were like you said, they're so innocent in the beginning, like
Hmm.
and naive. Like that was rough.
Yeah,
That was rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
And another highlight for me too was Drax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drax and Mantis, I will say for me, were like those two together was hilarious. Like it was just
Was.
insanely funny.
Was. It definitely was. They really got it right in the movie. Like I said, the comedic timing was like perfect in the movie. It wasn't overdone. It wasn't annoying. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was funny because they were like, it like you know how Drax is like, I'm Peter's best friend. And then in reality, he's actually Mantis's best friend
Right. Yeah.
because he's the one they're always with each other.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was pretty cool.
It was.
What was a low light for you?
Um, Probably the same as yours.
Oh,
Because
you
you tried
saw
to
well,
mention
you want me to take it? You want me to take it from here?
you taking that piggyback off of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it.
Goddamn Gamora and Peter's love story. What?
Yeah,
Yo.
but it
Oh my
was
goodness.
yeah,
That was a low
it
light.
was annoying.
Even though one of my boys tried to put me on game about it, it still is a low light. I don't care. It's still a love a
Yeah.
low light. I hate it. It reminds me of Olivia said it's like Ross and Rachel. I was bugging. I was like, you know what? That's actually good. I'm giving her
Yeah.
credit for that one. I want to steal her credit. She said that and it's right. Like I got to give it to her. Shout out to
Yeah.
Olivia for that one because it's spot on. It's spot on. Ross
Yeah.
and Rachel.
Yeah, but it was just annoying. It was annoying because to me it's like, and it actually wasn't just him either. Several other people said it too. Nebula said it. I think Drax said it at one point too, where they were like she doesn't remember or whatever. And I'm like that annoyed me too because I'm like she does not remember. It's not her. She's a
Yeah,
totally different woman. Like
totally
so why does
different.
everybody right totally different person? Why do people keep saying she doesn't remember? Like it's not of her. It's not a matter of her remembering.
Yeah, she's
She didn't.
different.
Yeah, it's a totally different person. She didn't live that life,
Yeah,
and that's what annoyed me so much about Quill. Like kept saying stuff like, "Oh, we used to do this. We were in love." And like, no, you didn't. She doesn't know you.
Yeah,
That's what annoyed me so much. Like, I don't mind you trying to get her to fall in love with you, but this is a totally different woman. Like,
exactly.
don't try to get her to fall in love with you by throwing stuff at her face that another woman did. Like, if you want to get her to
Yeah.
fall in love with you, that's cool, but just talk about maybe what y'all did and
Hmm.
how you admire her and this, that, and the third. But don't keep saying like we did this and we used to do this and we used to like no, you didn't. This is not her, and it's not
Yeah.
about her again remembering because
She's
it's
never
what.
gonna remember.
Hey, sorry, group. Still got too excited there. Yeah, it's not her, and that's what was pissing me off so much about that. Him, he just kept going on and on with it, and I
Yeah,
was
he
like, but it's
sounded like a
not
damn
her.
broken record for real. Like it was like
Yeah,
the CD skipping and kept skipping and skipping. I was like, dude, can we
real.
just keep going? Can we keep going? Can we keep going? Like we got bigger things to look at, like see how y'all gonna save Rocket. And
Right.
and then like a thing that annoyed me too about the situation was dude was damn drunk in the beginning of the movie
Oh yeah.
and could have been
Yeah.
more helpful, but you're so drunk you can't even help.
Right.
And he
Yeah.
sobered up later, but my goodness, like I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. It was. It really was. It was. That was definitely the low light for me. It was getting annoying. I'm glad he finally like chilled out a little bit, like because it was getting annoying.
Yeah, it was horrible. I'm glad at the end they got to a point where they were like, "Yo, you're not Gamora that I knew, but
Right.
I appreciate you." And and she was like, you could tell she was like, I could see how future me fell in love with you,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I'm glad it was like finally just to be done with it.
That closure. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but who was a favorite character of yours? Who was your favorite character of the movie?
Despite what I said earlier about Groot, because I love Groot just in general, being biased, but I just love him. But I think now I'm really sitting here just thinking about the movie as a whole. I think I might have to give it a Drax. He might be MVP for this one. Just because what you're saying, just his comedic timing was like every time he spoke, I was like laughing. Like this dude's an
He's a
idiot.
straight idiot.
Like every time he's like on screen, it was like laughter of some sort. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. And it's cool seeing him come through at the end. Not actually for once seeming dumb, like for once.
Yes.
With the kids, the moment he had with the kids and everything, and like he kind of
Hmm.
had his moment to shine. Yeah, I'm gonna say Drax might have been the highlight character for the movie for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For me, it was Rocket.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
Rocket. Even like I said, the story was just incredible. Like the
It
story,
was.
his origin story, and then for him to come full circle to um, show a different side of himself, like you said,
Yeah,
even past when they saved him.
yeah,
It was incredible. Like it was just the
yeah,
storytelling for his story. As heartbreaking as it was, he learned from it, and he's
right.
growing from it. And um, the scene when they were on the astro, whatever the where the light at the end of the tunnel scene when
Yeah,
yeah, man,
yeah,
man, and they're like,
yeah. That was tough.
let's go fly, let's go adventuring, but you can't come with us yet. You're not.
Yeah, that
So,
was tough.
hmm so you were, and then in my heart of hearts, I was like, I wanted to see him with his friends flying on adventures.
Me too. Like I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
wanted to see like Lila show up at the end somehow. Like, oh, she's not dead or something like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Like I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I was like, I wanted something, like some kind of happy ending for him.
Yeah.
I wanted something.
And I
Yeah,
love the scene when they were all in. You remember when they were in the jail cell and they were playing around with each other and stuff.
yeah,
And and they were laying there and they were trying to figure out their names and stuff.
yeah,
And then it was just funny. It was just sad and funny at the same time
yeah,
because it was just like it takes you back to like how you're innocent as a kid and
yeah.
not, and just appreciating like the people around you.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why it was good. And his story was good, like just super good.
Right. It was. It was really good. Very well written. Very well written.
To go a little bit in detail, I don't want to say it's a low light, but I want to point something out. Even though the high evolutionary wasn't like a physical threat so much to them, he was a big threat in the movie because of the
He
fact
was.
that he like I said, he wasn't imposing physically because Rocket beat him without his gun or anything like that when they were doing the flashback.
Yeah, he did.
But what made him imposing was his lack of concern for others and how he just
Mm.
he because it didn't fit with his grand plan or his vision, he just throws it away and blows it up, or he destroys
Yeah.
it because he can. And he was like, just then he blew up a whole planet just
Yeah,
because.
that was crazy to me.
That was
That was
insane.
crazy.
That was a
Yeah.
great scene. That was a great sequence, but it was still intense, man. It was like intense. I'm like, this dude just did that because he wanted to.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Just because it wasn't perfect in his eyes, like that's crazy. That's crazy. All those lives. It
Mm-hmm.
was insane.
Yeah,
That's true. His character was definitely interesting. Yeah.
yeah. I think he was a great character to have. I mean, like I said, he wasn't like, you can tell he wasn't. They didn't need like a special item to beat him or nothing like that.
Right. Yeah.
He wasn't like I needed like powers to beat like what's the like the planet
Like,
ego.
like,
Ego
yeah.
was the planet, and then Ronan was on the
Yeah,
first.
running.
So
Yeah.
they didn't need like a gem to beat them, and they didn't need an Infinity Stone,
Stone. Yeah.
or and they didn't need like my celestial power
Right.
to beat them. No, they just basically, um, did a team up, and Rocket kind of beat him by himself, really.
Yeah, he kind of did. I mean, he kind of did.
So
Yeah.
it was funny how he did it too. Like when I thought Rocket needed help. Like I was like, oh snap! Like dang,
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna have a face off. Like come on, like the it was telegraphed that they were gonna have a face off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because like it was too much time like that was spent, and they were like, "Where's Rocket?" So Rocket's gonna be near where the guy is. And he didn't,
Right.
and then for him to like use his powers, his gravity powers to fling him, and
Yeah.
Rocket, all he had to do was just use his gravity boots to get off, and
Yeah.
that just that, and also his cleverness, Rocket's cleverness
Yeah,
though,
it really was. Yeah.
because
That caught me
that's
off
why.
guard.
Yeah, that's why you remember in the beginning of the movie he was talking about how clever he was and
Yeah.
how smart he was. So yeah, that just shows his you know his clever
Cleverness a bit.
ingenuity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
So, but yeah, he was a huge threat in regards to morals and the life and death of Rocket, um,
Yeah.
and just the innocent people that was on this planet, counter Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. I say that was crazy. I mean, really looped the whole planet just because. That's crazy.
So, what would you grade the movie? What would be a letter grade for you?
Wow. Um, I would say B. It was good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it was B. I don't know if I put it at an A, but it was really good. And now that I'm sitting here talking about it with you, I kind of want to see it again. Like it was a good movie. Hey, I would give it a solid B. Wow. What about
I'm
you?
giving it an A.
Yeah.
I'm giving it an A.
Yeah.
Like flat out, I'm giving it an A.
I'm actually not mad at that because it was a good movie. Like it really surprised me.
Yeah,
It
I'm not gonna
surprised
be
me.
as hard graded as you are. Well, I'm gonna give
Yeah,
it. Well, I'm
it
giving it an A
surprised
because
me.
I think I just thought it was damn near perfect.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of was like it was really good. I think the only thing would have made it better for me was maybe like a better villain, quote unquote. Like I would have enjoyed a better villain. Um, but other than that, yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm giving it an A. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Like I may have to see it again, and I think my grade. I don't think my grade is going to change.
Uh,
I don't think it's going to change. I just thought it was phenomenally. I just thought it was a phenomenal movie. I thought like well written, well acted, tied every loose end that it needed to tie.
yeah,
They didn't kill off anybody, which was so perfect. I'm glad they didn't do that because
yeah,
sometimes when you want to go out with a bang, you want to kill off somebody. They
right.
didn't kill off anybody. Um, yeah, and I mean, like I said, the rocket focus was important, and I was glad that they focused on him more. Like, because I feel like the first movie focused kind of on all of them a little bit, but more so Peter. Second one was
Yeah,
definitely a Peter movie, and then
yeah.
this one was a Rocket movie.
It was really good.
Oh, and another
Uh,
funny scene. Speaking of Drax, that you said, you remember when they were in the Orgo Court, and and Nathan Fillion, the guy from Castle, and what's the cop show he's on? The Rookie.
oh
Uh,
yeah.
you remember how they would talk comparing, like, so they had like a Drax in their group, and
Oh.
then they would yeah, I was dying. Yeah,
Yeah.
this dude right here, man, like I can't get, he gets on my nerves. And it was like, he does too.
Right there on his face too.
Man, I was like, yo, man, this
Yeah.
is too stupid.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, it was perfect, man. I mean, it was damn near perfect.
It was. It was a really solid movie. I would watch it again. I would
Me
definitely go
too.
see it again.
It's definitely a must watch. It's definitely a must watch and a watch over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there
I
anything you
agree.
want to add before we close?
Nah, it was a really good movie. I'm really curious to see where what they plan to do in the future. I mean, I
Mm.
know it's supposed to be like the last Guardians film, to my
Well,
knowledge.
it may not be the last Guardians film, but it's gonna be the last with that crew.
Okay, right. So yeah, so with that being said, yeah, I'd like to see, are they gonna do another Guardians with the new crew, or I mean, are we gonna see, I mean, according to them, Quill will return or Star-Lord will return, so are we gonna see him like in another like Avengers movie type? Like I wonder when the next time we're gonna see them again, and where they're gonna show back up at. Wow. But
Yeah,
it was a good
it
movie.
was weird that the way everybody split. So like basically Groot and Rocket stayed as
Right.
Guardians with the other people. I like Cosmo too. Cosmo was funny too.
Yeah.
The duck.
Yeah.
Oh, and Howard the Duck. Did you see Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I was like, oh my lord.
Yeah, I'm glad he showed up.
I'm
Yeah.
not married. I was like, dude, I knew we had to see him again. I knew we had to see him again. I was glad we saw him again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then Gamora, she's chilling with her crew.
Yeah.
What was Drax doing? I don't remember. I
He's
don't remember.
gonna be with all those kids.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, helping Nebula and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
He's basically gonna be like their dad, like
yeah,
raising those kids.
yeah,
So, and Nebula's gonna like take care. I think she's gonna be on nowhere doing being
yeah,
the leader of that place.
yeah,
And Quill went back to Earth, and um, Rocket and Groot got huge.
yeah. That was
He
crazy.
was
That was
huge.
crazy. Yeah,
Like that was he was. I thought it was a rock at first,
me too.
and then like when they found out it was Groot, I was like,
Yeah, that was
man,
crazy. You got
that was
huge.
huge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you see, little guy, that's how big you're gonna grow like that.
Yeah, he was huge. That was crazy. That was dope to see though. See you like that, huge like that.
Mm.
And then on the Mantis, they didn't. I don't think they really show Mantis. I mean,
Yeah,
I know she
Mantis
said,
left with those three
yeah,
like weird things,
whatever they
octopus
were.
looking things.
Yeah,
She left to go find it herself to
yeah,
see who she needs to be, and then
yeah,
she may return. So,
yeah,
but yeah, it was good, man. That movie was good.
yeah,
That was good.
yeah.
My
I actually
friend
want to see
said,
it.
"Go ahead, go ahead."
No, I was gonna say I want to see it again. And we're talking about it. I want to watch it again. I want to see it again.
So my friends were talking. They were smart. They needed to have like a rocket featured Guardians trilogy, or give him his own series. I don't think
Oh
they're gonna
wow,
give him a series. I think they will do a trilogy with him.
yeah. I'd be interested to watch like another series with the new squad. I would be interested in watching that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And this one you want to add?
Nah, man. Like, nah, I think we said it all. I think we said it was a great movie. Oh, before we go, yeah. I do got some. What did you think of Adam Warlock, the gold guy?
Oh yeah. I actually wasn't really a fan of him. Like I like his character, like his personality traits and everything. but I just felt like he was a little too OP. Like to me, it just felt like he was a little too overpowering.
Oh,
Like like the very first fight. Okay, yeah, whatever. But like I just like after that, I don't know. I just feel like because he was so strong, there shouldn't have been. I don't say much of a fight, but I don't. I just feel like there should have been like less of like I guess struggles and stuff because he was so strong. Like
hmm
when he came back to get Rocket the second time, I almost feel like it should have been a lot faster. Like that. That I don't want to call it a fight because it wasn't really a fight, but with Gamora and that like Warhog or whatever,
yeah,
Warhog or whatever they showed, like the pig, or whatever. What's his name? War pig, whatever
Warhawk,
his name was.
Warhawk.
Yeah. I just feel like it shouldn't have been. I mean, don't get me wrong, he did make light work of that pig, but I just feel like it should have been a lot faster and easier because he
Hmm.
was so clearly strong. Like they really showed how strong he was in that very first fight scene.
Oh, absolutely.
So I feel like I almost feel like he was stronger than what's his name, the High Evolutionary. Like why? I don't understand why this
Oh
dude
yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah. So like why are you like taking orders from this guy and everything? Because you seem like you're so much clearly stronger than him. Like I don't know. It just seemed I don't know.
But
That's
he
the only thing I
still
didn't
like
like.
had a mind of a child though.
Yeah, he did. Like, and they said that. They said he was like still a kid. So I mean, I get it. Like, like I said, I like his personality. Like, he had his humor in the right spots, and he was like, I like his character. But I just felt like because he was so strong to me, it seemed like he didn't really fit. Like, I feel like he should have been, like I said, like he should have been the villain, like in a sense to me. But like you said, he did have the mind of a kid, so I guess that changed things.
Hmm.
Um, but I like his personality overall, like him as a character. I just felt like it seemed almost like they kind of dumbed him down for the movie to me. Like he was clearly strong, but yeah, he was playing like this like pawn level like or maybe even like rook level where he should have been like the king or you know if we're
Yeah.
doing chess metaphors. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't know. Wait, what do you think?
I thought he was. I thought he was well done. I think he the moments of him being like kind of like a child was funny because it, like you said, it was comedy real place. Like when Drax wasn't on screen or when
Yeah.
someone else wasn't on screen that was doing comedy, he was able to fill in those gaps of like because I mean he was still he was like he was a kid. He was oblivious to stuff. He didn't know
Right.
about certain things. He didn't have a lot of common sense.
Right.
And so like I thought that he was well written. He was OP at the beginning because the Guardians couldn't do nothing to him.
Right. Yeah. They could. They
Yeah,
could.
and he had Rocket spazzing all over the place, like having a
Yeah.
seizure and everything. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I thought, and then he ended up saving the day. He saved Peter.
Yeah. He
He
did.
saved Peter.
Yeah.
So I thought that was done well, man. He was good. Like I mean, he served a purpose. That's what I was saying earlier. Like every character had a moment to shine. Even
Yeah.
he did, like from a villain turn to a good guy,
Yeah.
turn into somebody that he was a character that was relied on to do something.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
everybody played a part.
They did. They really did.
It
They
didn't
did a
feel
good
like a
job.
wasted moment for any character.
Yeah.
Really.
No.
That
No.
Peter and Gamora stuff, which is a small nitpick. It's not a big nitpick, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, you're right. Everybody played their role and they all had that moment. It was really well done.
yeah. Even Nebula, I liked her in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
and,
too.
and come to find out, she knew about Gamora the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, all right. Well, if that's it, we're gonna cut. We're gonna wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Definitely a good movie. Definitely a must see.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't gone out to see it, go check it out. It's definitely a must watch.
Yeah.
Um, thank you everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the channel for any past, current, and future content. J Rose signing off. Crump Castle signing off.
Yeah.
Drew signing off. We're out.